Got to go over 100 views.
We are James and Jennifer Boyd, owners of a tile and remodel company, as well as a home decor and gift boutique in North Carolina. Join us as we share home design and decor tips, as well as how-to tutorials as we work through some of our own projects at home.
Hi, welcome to our Tuesday live show. So glad to have you with us tonight. It's another Tuesday night. It's actually really pretty out tonight. Super, super beautiful in North Carolina. It's humidity's down. It was 78 degrees, I think, when I drove home today, and just a beautiful, beautiful day. So what's the weather like where you are? Chime in, let us know. So if you're joining us for the first time, we are Jen and James Boyd, and we have a tile and remodel shop in North Carolina, as well as a home decor and gift boutique. And every Tuesday night, we go live and share a few decor items with you and a few decorating tips, share with you a few things that we've been up to, and we have great conversation. We meet up with our usual Tuesday night people, and we definitely mostly love to welcome new people with us into our group. So while you're viewing tonight, please chime in, give us a chat, and don't forget to hit that like button if you like what you see, and please subscribe so that you get notification of each show that we host or air. So, James?
Yes.
Do you have anything to add this evening?
I need to shout out to Laura.
Ah, hi, Laura.
She's not here. She's watching live stream 2.
Okay. Great.
No, she's wondering if we started early.
Oh.
She's on the wrong video.
Oh, gotcha.
So we're doing live stream 5 right now?
Yes, we are. Live stream 5. We are on number 5. We've been live streaming for almost 2 years on a different platform, and decided to switch over to YouTube. We're having much better connectivity with it.
No, that's good.
And I kind of feel like we're starting over because we had such a great group that met with us on that platform every Tuesday. But
Laura's with us now. Hello, Laura.
hello, Laura.
She was on the live stream 2. But we got her on the right one now, which is the main thing.
Good.
So, yeah, we're all just taking a minute to get adjusted to the new, Yeah.
So, of course, classic Tuesday evening thing.
All right, Interior Motives is here.
Hello, my bestie.
We know who that is.
So, classic Tuesday evening, the internet kept going in and out on me throughout the day.
Laura's on the couch tonight, not in the car. Oh, Lori's here too. Hey, Lori.
Lori?
I saw Bill earlier. Him and I were working on a little project together outside.
Yeah.
I think we're having dinner with Lori tomorrow night. Is that true, Lori?
Yay.
Bill invited us to come join the two of you, but I don't know if he mentioned it to you. So just let us know if you're if you're aware as well.
Yeah. So dinner and drinks tomorrow, I think.
Oh, and Mom and Don are watching.
Oh, great. Hello, my
They're
pets.
watching on their YouTube TV.
Awesome. Thank you.
Joy is here. Glad to be here again. Thank you for joining us, Joy. We got lots of people
Thanks,
jumping
Joy.
on. Thank you, guys.
Lots of people jumping on. So remember, if you're watching, if you comment during the show, we enter your name into a bowl.
Oh, I got to enter some names. I'm not even doing that. I'll start writing names right now.
And at the end of the evening, we do a drawing for a $25 gift certificate for the shop. If you are not local and you chime in and happen to win, we do ship with we ship with the $25 gift certificate. We'll work that out with you. And but we only ship small items. We do not ship large items.
And we're definitely having dinner with Lori and Bill tomorrow night.
Yay! I'm very happy about that. All right, so if you want more information about us and who we are and what we do, check out our website at barronsboutique.net and follow us here on Instagram. All right.
And if you don't mind sharing our YouTube channel with your friends on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, that would be awesome. We have currently 35 subscribers. We've only been doing this for a few weeks. Awesome. But we'd really like to try to build that number and reach more people.
All right.
So we would thank you immensely for doing such a favor for us.
Yes, that would be great if you could share this.
Or give us a thumbs up. I just gave us a thumbs up. I can actually give us our own thumbs up.
Well, there you go.
Somebody else give us a thumbs up.
Giving ourselves some love, I guess.
Huh?
Giving ourselves some love.
Yeah.
Patting ourselves on the back.
What did Mr. Wagner say to me yesterday? He said, don't rip your arm out of the sock and tap yourself on the back. Because I said, boy, I do nice work. And he's like, yeah. Don't rip your arm out of the sock and tap yourself on the back.
Yeah. That was good times.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
All right.
I really enjoy them.
Let's move on to our very first item of the show for tonight. First item up are our cute little knitted pumpkins. I have them in two colors. I have them in cream. This is the small knitted pumpkin in cream. I really, really like the stems on these. I think they look so cool in contrast with that soft, squishy, knitted pillow. These would be cute just on a table or a shelf or even on your bed, like on bedding, because why not add another pillow there for our husbands to remove before we go to sleep, right? But yeah, you can add these guys anywhere. So this little one is $13.99. I also have, reaching over and trying not to break things, I also have a larger one. And this one is in kind of an oatmeal color. Has that same cool stem to him. Nice plushy, squishy, knitted, pillowed pumpkin. And the large is $17.99. They're great as a pair as well. All right. Next up on the list, we put this little pumpkin guy back where I found him so I don't lose him. Next item on the list is a new item that came in. I'm really, really loving these so much. They actually remind me of plumes that grow on...
Plumes. I just love the way she says that.
For some reason, he thinks it's funny the way I say plumes.
It's a funny word.
It is. But I'm going to step back so you can see the size of this. So these are great reed plumes, and they look so real. I actually had a customer in over the weekend when I was unboxing them, and she said, oh my gosh, those look so real. They're $22 each, and I think $22 for what you're getting. This is a nice, big, long stem in here, in perspective. So, quite large, very realistic.
Mom's joined us tonight.
Hello.
She's watching on her smart TV.
Oh, very good.
So, she knows people on TV now.
So I really like these. I think they're so pretty. You can fluff and open.
Hey, George is here. Hey, George.
Hey, George.
Sorry to mean to jump in. George got on there.
Sure. You can fluff and open as needed, however you'd like. If you want it to be more coned and narrow, you can adjust it that way, or nice and full and plump like I have it here. So great for tall urns or vases, and just really, really pretty. They add great drama. These are all wired as well. It's a heavier wire, but it is bendable. So if you want some of those to kind of swoop to the side like they're blowing in the wind, you can do that as well.
Mama likes the poppies in the background. I don't know if they're on tonight's show, but they are pretty.
They're not, but yes, they're right over my shoulder. I like them there too. All right. Next item is also a new item, and actually we have something similar to this with a shorter stem. Oops, he's kind of hooked and stuck on the wires on the desk. And then James's computer wire. There we go. So we've had these before. This is that Irish moss. There you can see nice and close. See the detail, see the color. But the stems that I've had in before are shorter. Actually, I'll grab one. I'll grab one for you so we can compare. There we go. So, I've shared these shorter Irish moss stems with you before. They're that short little, almost a pick. So these, you can see, are much longer. They're weeping and draping, and you can see the stem itself is much longer. So, we had some requests for things that could go in.
Laura says, James, I'm not seeing your mom's comments. Is she texting you? I find some of her comments entertaining.
Oh.
Well, she is, yes, texting me.
She is texting James. So she is commenting. Just have to comment in a different way. So James will share his mom's comments with everyone.
Yes. So far, she likes the poppies, and she's watching it on her smart TV.
Yes.
Question is, should we put her name in as a commenter? I don't think so, because she hasn't commented on YouTube. That would give her a good reason to come visit us if she won.
It would.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So I really, really like this. They're all wired. Every single little branch that you see is wired. So you can manipulate, curve, curl, however you would like. If you want it to be more enclosed and entwined on each other off of the side of a shelf or something, you can do that as well. But let's talk about these stems. Oh my goodness. They look so real. I love these. And I just love how interesting they are. I had somebody purchase 3 of them today because she has a nice big container that she's putting them in. And she couldn't find anything that was long enough, and these were perfect. So these longer stems are $16.50, and because I brought it over, the shorter stems are $9.75. Where am I going to put you? Be right back where I found you.
I got it.
Put it right there. There we go. All right. Next item on the list is also a new item. I have something very similar to these in a couple of different colors, but these are mini snowballs. And again, they have that very realistic stem on them. And I have the wired, each branch, each stem is wired to manipulate and bend however you would like. And just beautiful. I think they add great color. A little of the green and the white. And I think they pair well with a lot of the great fall colors. Even though a snowball is more of a summer flower, I think this later summer, early fall, and even in through the fall, this is a great item to add into some of your botanical displays. Okay, I wasn't originally going to put this item on my list. I actually had a vase that I was going to put in this spot. However, I had a customer in today. She comes in often, and she bought 2 of these on her last visit, not today, but on her previous visit. And she said, have you ever had these on the show? I said, I have. And she said, well, you need to put them on again. So I am.
So you ask, we respond.
Exactly. And I'll share why. These are beautiful, beautiful throws. They have a cashmere feel to them. Bring it up close so you can kind of see the texture and the weave. They are super, super soft. They feel just like cashmere. However, they're machine washable. That's right. They are machine washable. They are
I machine wash all my cashmere t-shirts.
Because you don't have any.
Oh.
So this is a nice big throw. Nice and big. I'm going to step back. I can't show you in full screen. I'd have to go all the way across the room, I think. But a nice big throw. I have them in multiple colors. This is the very soft blue. What do they call this blue? They call it, well, they call this gray, but it's actually a soft blue, a really pale, pale blue. It is $69 and just a beautiful feel. It is fringed on the ends, on the longer ends. And the reason she wanted me to share these with you.
George wants to know, what is the throw made of? It's the cashmere feel, but what is its content?
Sure. Thanks, George, for asking. It is, I will tell you in just a second. The tag always says in this one is not saying. George, I'm reading this because I thought the tag said, but this one is not saying. Let me grab one of the other ones and see if that one tells me.
Where's the other one?
They're on the...
Oh, there's a blue one right here.
Yeah, I have a blue one. There's one right there, too. Look it up.
70% polyester, 30% viscose.
There you go. Polyester and viscose. 70% polyester, 30% viscose.
The polyester would be what makes it durable.
Machine washable, right.
And the viscose is what would
makes
give it
it
the
so
softness.
soft. Yes. Exactly, James. So, one of the
See, I pay attention.
Yes.
I've been listening at market.
Good job.
First sense is not made of anything. Just a figment of your imagination.
Right. One of the reasons she wanted me to share this with you tonight is because she said, I love these. She said, I fell in love with them when I touched them in your shop. She felt them, and the feel of them made her say, ooh, I love that. But, no, it's not going to hold up. And then she read the content of it and saw that it was machine washable. And she's like, okay, hello, I'll take 2. So she did. She got the olive, which is my favorite, and then a cream. But she's washed hers already and said that they wash great. She said you have a lot of fuzz, but they wash great. She line dries hers, which I would recommend as well. So machine wash on gentle cycle and then line dry. But they are washable. She curls up in hers every day after dinner. Right. Next item on the list. These are new too, and I really, really, really like them a lot.
George wants to know if Laura's going to run by and knock on the window.
That was a great surprise last week, Laura, by the way. So these are so adorable. I love them a lot. They are a brass pot with a wooden base. Very nicely done. I want you to see that. See how they've shaped the bottom so that it fits perfectly. It nestles perfectly into its cradle. The cradle has foam pads so that that pot rests nicely on them and it won't slip. They kind of grip it into place. This is the small, and this is $60. I have a medium as well, and I wanted to show you the large. So I showed you the small, and this is the large. Look at that great size. These are nice size pots. 1 or 2 or the group of 3 would make a really pretty statement in a room. The large is $85 and just really, really pretty. I'll show you up close to see that brushed metal finish. Kind of that gold coppery color. And then that natural wood base.
Laura's not going to bite a knock on the window. She's already in PJs on the couch.
That's where I would be too.
George says there's nothing like comfort. That is true.
That is true. We actually had a conversation before the show about how I like to, I always dress nice when I'm at the shop, but I like to go home and the very first thing, especially when the weather gets cold, the very first thing that I like to do when I get home is put on something comfy before I even cook dinner. Mm-hmm.
It's true.
There's something about being at home in comfy things. Mm-hmm.
My favorite thing is kick off my work boots. I hate being in those boots all day.
That's how James gets comfy.
Yep.
All right, next item on the list are these beautiful glass vases. I've had these on the show before.
Is it a vase or a vase?
Vase.
Potato.
So the bottom has this honeycomb texture engraved into the glass, which is really pretty, and it creates this matte finish. You can see around that rim the thickness of the glass, really thick, heavy weight. This is in a gray. The top is clear. This is the small. So I'm showing you, you see in the picture, I've got a tall one in the back and then the small one in the front. This is the small for $80. Now, the craftsmanship of this is beautifully done, and the value of this I think is great, because when you typically see something that has this type of workmanship done to it, usually costs quite a bit, but I felt like these were priced very reasonably for what you're getting. It's a thick, heavy glass with that etching on the bottom and the clear on top. All right. So the small was $80, and the large, which is actually just over here in this corner, is $100. So $80 for the small, $100 for the large. These are so cute. I love them so. So we had brought in the little cat planters and hedgehog planters, and you all have fallen in love with them. They're so adorable. The hedgehogs come in small, medium, and large, and the cats come in small and large. We added cows. Look at their cute faces. So we added the cows. This one is the large, and he is $19. And the small, you can see the comparison in size. The small is $15. I just think these are fun. They have a swishy tail in the back. They have that pattern etched into them with the colored glazing behind to make that pattern shine and stand out. And I just think they're super cute. They look like sleepy little cows. Or relaxed.
It's funny, you put a post online about 2 hours ago. that said, these cuties are all set for tonight's YouTube.
Yeah.
Are you ready? And one of our clients called and said, I'll put those on the sold pile. I'll pick them up tomorrow.
Yes.
But we've got more.
So fun fact, I have more, but yes, I sold one today and then 2 are leaving tomorrow. But yes, so the cows are going to go pretty quick, I think. But I've got several sets of them. And
George wants to know if you put a candle on the cow. Are those holes, or they're just like they're not actually holes? All the little marks, the ticks on the side.
They're not actually holes. No. So
they look like it when you look at them. They look like they're little holes that let the light out, but they're not.
No, they're solid, and it's just the glazing that you see there. So they don't. It's not like the owl that I showed you the other night, where if you put a candle in it, all those patterns would illuminate. That's not like this. This one is solid, and each of the little tick marks that you see that make the pattern are filled with, in this particular one, brown glazing. So, and then he has his.
I mean, you can still put a candle in them.
Yes, you can still
just won't be able to see it.
Correct. Correct. He would illuminate off the top. So.
And he'd be warm.
Yes.
He'd make hot milk.
Yes, unless it was an LED candle.
Oh, that's true.
Mm-hmm. These are also new and adorable. You know how much I love birds. And these bird chimes are so cute. This one is the medium, and he's $26.
Your dad would probably like that in the screenplay.
Yeah, probably.
Your dad's got.
They have birds. A wooden
donger
or chime knocker.
Chime knocker, I like that one.
But as they blow in the wind, they just let off a gentle sound. Beautiful birds. This one is the medium, so this bird is green. The small, the bird is blue, and then the large, the bird is yellow. And you can see each of the bells shapes are slightly different. This is almost like a curved pot upside down. The large has more of a cylindrical shape. And then the small is more like a belled pot. But beautiful, beautiful bird chimes. And you can buy them individually or as many as you'd like. 1, 2, or 3. This is also a beautiful addition for your home. For those lovers of blue and white things. This is a vintage or antique or aged looking pot. It is not an antique or aged, but it has the appearance of such. It has a crackle finish in the glazing. You can see that. And see the blue painted detail. You can see how they've allowed the glazing to surrender away from the rim.
Surrender away?
Surrender away.
Oh, boy.
To expose the rim of that clay, exposing the clay on the rim, and then that glazing falling below. They also have a few distressed looking marks on it to give it that nice aged feel, but beautifully, beautifully done and very well priced. This is $12.99. Oh, I also wanted to point out they do have the felted feet on the bottom so they don't scratch the surface that they're on. So I can hear James's computer playing the music. My computer does not play the music.
She's over here dancing to it.
And I pretty much do every time, but
Good evening, folks. This is the first time I've been on camera tonight.
It has.
Yes, I've been sitting out there working on technology.
Hiding.
So, how's everybody doing? As promised, got my hair cut. Remember we talked about that last week?
Doesn't it look sharp?
Yeah. Every customer we have, it's the first thing they said when I walked in. You got to be here. Everybody noticed.
I think Trey trimmed you extra tight.
I think you did because I was a bad boy and didn't come back for 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to go every 3 weeks, and it was 6 weeks that I had been, and yeah, so he trimmed me extra close just to teach me a lesson. So
on tonight's Life Moments with James and Jen, I don't know if you caught our YouTube post on Sunday.
Oh, you gotta check that out. That's a good little video. It's only about 15 minutes long. I'm gonna post a link to it on the Facebook Barron's Boutique After Hours page.
But we actually
started
the process of our master bath remodel.
Yeah, beyond like talking about it.
Yes.
So yeah.
So here is a little teaser of Sunday's show that I posted, as well as a slight little teaser for next Sunday's show.
And I gotta say before she plays this, is it 15 minutes? Not very long.
15 minutes.
But if you go and watch the whole video, she really did a great job editing. I'm so proud of her. It came together really well, and I don't know. We just it kind of works on camera, the way we explain it, describe it, and everything else. And she put some little snippets and music to it, and it's actually, I think it's a really well produced video that you did all by yourself in house. She did a great job. So I'm waiting for part 2 to come out because part 2 was the second half of the day, and we were getting a little sillier. So I think it'll be fun too. But go ahead, jump on, watch part 1 of our master bath remodel at the rate that part 1 was. It'll take us 87 parts to do it, but because we didn't do a whole lot. But part 2 will go into more of what we actually got done, the work we got done. It's mostly the electrical. But let's watch the snippets.
Let's watch the clip.
We enter the master bath, and
we've got this big thing here that we dust. Well, Jen dusts once a month, and that's about all that ever happens with it.
I do.
I've been in it twice in 5 years, and well, it was disappointing both times, to say the least. There's lousy storage in the shower. That little tiny unit that the culture marble people put in. I mean, seriously, that should be illegal. You can't do anything with that. It holds a bar of soap.
It should. And so, because of the itty bitty little niche, all the shampoo bottles and everything end up on the floor.
You'll notice looking at the ceiling, there's nothing. There's no lights, there's no ventilation, there's nothing. This should have never gotten past inspection phase, but you need to have ventilation for your shower. How do you get steam out of the room? So actually that's one of the first things I think we're going to start with is our lighting and ventilation in the ceiling.
And that's actually sitting right there. It's all ready to go.
What we've done is we've decided to center the lights down the aisleway of the bathroom more so than over the vanity or over the shower and the tub.
So James is up in the attic, and we need to locate up there what we've done down here, and that's mark where the can lights are gonna go. So he's in the attic, and I'm gonna help him find it.
Okay, let's wire up a can light. What I'm going to do is I'll wire this one first, and then I'll know how much wire I need for it so I can pull it back and get rid of the slack at this end here. So this kind of can light goes up into the hole. It's important these little prongs are all pushed in like that when it goes up in the hole, and then these actually just push out, and that prong spring loads onto the top of the sheetrock, holds it in place.
So that was a very, very, very abbreviated version, but just to give you a little taste and teaser of what we've got going in our master bath, and I'm so excited.
Yes, very excited.
I had somebody in today, she had watched, and our other Laura, and she had watched and she said, well, I just can't wait to see what tile you pick. I said, I can't wait either. Because I haven't picked it yet.
We know it's going to be big. We're going to do, the whole bathroom will be really large tile. Probably not a lot of mosaic or smaller tiles, but large format tile. And we're going to have a lot of fun with it. And we've got the layout in our minds. We talked a little bit about it in the video, how we're going to do it. But we can't wait to have that big monster shower in there.
Yeah.
Get rid of that tub.
Yeah.
New vanity, new everything. So it's going to be very exciting. So it'll be fun to watch it as we go along.
Yes. So James made a comment in the video about how nobody takes a bath anymore. Well, there are some people that still enjoy that.
Yeah.
But
for the most
majority anymore, we keep taking out bathtubs because we're seeing, because that's what we do every day. We're seeing that the majority don't so much anymore.
Yeah. Up until about 3-4 years ago, everybody felt like they had to have a bathtub in the house. It was important for resale on that. We've noticed over the last 3-4 years, people don't even care about it for resale anymore. And it certainly doesn't seem to hinder the sale of a house if you don't have a bathtub. A lot of people I know like to keep one because they want to watch the dog, they want to watch the grandkids, they want to do whatever. And
or
that's fine.
Your own kids.
Yeah, your own kids. And that's fine too. But what really sells a house is when you walk in and you see one of our Mac Daddy showers in that bathroom because everybody wants to shower in there.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of them. We really enjoy doing them. And we finished up one today. We're partway through a second one right now that we're working on, and that's just this week's showers. So we're doing quite a few of them.
We are. So I'm really stoked that we're getting started on our bathroom, even though it's going to be a very slow process. And
we got company coming October, November, December.
Yeah. December?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, now December too. Yeah.
So probably won't get into it real heavy until January.
Mm-hmm.
But don't worry, there'll be stuff happening all the way along. We'll keep you informed.
There will, because there is actually stuff that we can be working on before we have to tear out the shower.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's when it really gets real. Is when we tear out the shower, but there are other things that we could be working on. And
you're gonna like that segment, the tarot demo day. The hammers flying everywhere. Controlled, precision, hammer throwing. Yes, good for you guys. And I know you do great showers. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I like that we can see the little comments kind of.
Wish I knew how to post pictures. I put my shower on. Oh, yeah. And your ongoing project of your cabin. Yes.
I know. I really love the painted cabinets. They were getting their cabinets painted.
Yeah.
And then last week, I think they went up there and they were in the middle of the outdoor porch being stained. But I did notice some cabinets were getting done.
Great.
The town certainly is all through our house.
Cool. Yeah, good.
It's funny how whenever somebody comments we on that.
I know. Because
we can't see.
Can't see.
Well, that and we're 4 feet from the monitor. So we fit in the picture. All right. Well, awesome. Let's get back to the show.
Back to some more products.
Yes.
I've got more.
Do it.
More up my sleeve.
Do it.
All right. So, next up is a beautiful candelabra. I really, really like this. And I was going to hold it up for you and show you up close and
George's wife did most of the painting. Wow.
Oh, wow. I
didn't know that. That's awesome.
That's awesome. But, yes,
Let's do an episode from Laura's shower.
Yeah.
Called the Laura Shower episode.
The Laura Shower episode. I was going to hold this candelabra all up close and personal for you to see it up close. But when I switched gears to my better judgment, I thought that would be a really bad idea. And the reason I thought that is because each of those 3 hurricanes, those glass hurricanes, are loose. You remove them.
So it's wonderful when you set it on a table or
correct. But for me to be holding in my hands to show you, I know I'm going to end up knocking one off and breaking it. So I decided I better. I think so too, Ange.
I think James should show how to repair drywall in the next video. And just because I said I would do it doesn't mean you have to remind me every 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Or more.
We added a pergola to the back of our house, and we had to put extra bracing inside the living room walls where it attached to the exterior of the house. And I cut some very nice, neat, clean holes, kept the pieces, put them back in, and nobody has actually noticed ever, except for Justin and Ange.
Not true.
I might be lying.
That's what James likes to tell himself. But apparently, Pat and George have a Kit Mag Daddy bathroom. So, because it doesn't hold a candle to Laura's.
Wow, maybe we should just do a show from their bathroom.
And Ange, Justin can, in December, you can do the drywall work.
It'll be done by then.
Room. James is, did you catch that, everyone? James said it'll be done by then. And I bet you that James will have it done just so Justin doesn't try to do it. Probably. All right. Kyle from our shop. Awesome. Okay. So the metal candle holder, this is a nice size. It's about this long. Because that's how I was carrying it. That's how I know. It's this long. But it has a nice wooden base to it.
Should we place a wager, LOL?
Metal.
I bet you 6 corn dogs.
Metal rings that go around each of those glass hurricanes. Great for a pillar candle. Great for if you want to fill those with colorful pumpkins, or that would be pretty too if you did like different shades of creams or greens or oranges, little pumpkins in there as well.
Oh,
make a nice ball. Yeah. Just thinking of different ways to use that piece. It's such a pretty piece, and one of our staff was looking at it, and she was looking at it, and she said, I really, really like that. It's really pretty. I really like that. So good. So do I. That's why it's here. All right. Next item on the list, if you don't need the big long one, this one I did bring because I can manage this one. But it's interesting. They're from 2 different companies, but the style of them is very similar. So this, again, has that rippled glass hurricane to it. So the other has rippled glass hurricane as well. This has a double ring going around it. You can see that.
That's a good size piece.
It is a good size piece. This one has a metal base to it. So it is a very nice size piece. I've had people purchase these for their bookshelf, a tabletop, their dining table as a centerpiece. If this is a centerpiece on your dining table, great for just the pretty days. But if you're actually trying to entertain, I'd probably find another spot for it. One of the reasons why, we've talked about it on the show before, when you're entertaining, the whole part of entertaining is the conversation. And this would be a conversation blocker if it were in the middle of the table while you're trying to entertain. It stands too tall. Perfect for just making it pretty if it's a table that you're not using for most of the time. But I would probably place it maybe on the buffet or sideboard or a table nearby if you still want that pretty decor in that same room. But again, it makes a great display on a sofa table or cocktail table, bookshelf as well. Again, beautiful with a pillar candle or some other decorative decor inside. And this guy is $80.99.
Laura says she got one of the black iron candlesticks there and put it on top of the bookcase in the mountains. It looks great. The finish can look rustic or industrial in my mind. I agree.
I agree 100%.
Depending on what else you put it with, it can definitely have a very rustic feel to it, or it can look very industrial.
Right.
I'm a fan of the industrial look myself.
He is.
And functioning.
Yes. Like, if it has moving parts, James falls in love with it instantly. There's been times when we've been shopping at antique shops and he sees something that he's not seen before and he has to try to make it work, and then it makes a funny noise and he goes,
"Guess I just bought that."
And he puts it down before he breaks it.
And Ann said that piece is so much fun to decorate for the holidays.
Yes, yes it is. All right. Next up on the list is this beautiful candelabra. Again, because there are, that's right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little candles sitting on top of this piece. I'm not going to hold it up for you to see because I will lose a candle. The candles do come with it. On this piece, the candles came with the piece itself, so they come with it. I don't know their burn time or how well they'll burn, but they came with the piece. It is a brushed gold and very modern looking with those swooping gold bent metal pieces. The very bottom of the base is black and just a really, really pretty piece. Again, this does stand taller, so great as a table runner, running down the center of the table for just decor. But if you're having a dinner party, I would find another location for it. Beautiful for a sofa table. Absolutely stunning for a sofa table.
Laura wants to know if Interior Motives is her soon-to-be drinking buddy. Yes.
Yes.
That is Angie.
That is Ange, yes.
Yeah.
So.
And Joy wants to know where Laura's mountain place is because they have one in the Virginia mountains. We got all these customers with cabins in the mountains.
I know. Laura, I think yours is in Virginia too, isn't it? I think it is.
Okay, if you guys are neighbors, that would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious. You know what's really funny? I had a customer that bought a rug from me once, and she said, "Oh, this is for my lake house." And I said, "Oh, where's the lake house?" And she said, "Oh, it's not around here." And I said, "Oh, okay." She said, "It's in Indiana." I said, "Really? Well, where's your lake house?" And she said, "It's on Lake Wawasee." We used to growing up, we had a boat that we kept on Lake Wawasee. So that was crazy that she was buying a rug from me here, because this is where she lives now, to take to her lake house at a lake that I grew up playing in.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And she says, "Oh, yes, absolutely." Responding to Laura.
Yes. All right.
Tiny Creek, only 7 miles from the Virginia border.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Great. All right. This is another new item. A really, really pretty custom finish side table. It's a distressed charcoal gray. You can see in the close-up of the video. A distressed charcoal gray. It is available in other finishes, however, there will be a wait.
Unless you like this finish, you can take it home tomorrow.
Correct. And so, yes, if you like that, I chose this finish because I felt it was the most versatile. I liked the finish of this color and just the style of the table. I really liked it as it was. So it is 24 round by 26 high. It is $6.59 and a good size table. Beautiful, beautiful finish. Nicely made, nice, sturdy, heavy table. Again, with that custom wrought iron finish with a little, just a sense of distressing. Another new piece that we have in the shop is this gorgeous cabinet. The top is not where you see the key. That is not a functioning key. It is just for decorative purposes.
But it's a functioning drawer, right?
Correct. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4 drawers. Is that top functioning drawer?
Pretty sure. Where is it?
Over by the kitchen.
Over by the kitchen.
I can't remember if it is a functioning drawer, and I don't want to give you false information. While James is checking it out, this is a chest with the signature, the company's, it is a functioning drawer. So it's a 4-drawer chest.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. And the finish of it on it is absolutely stunning. It's in their signature stain. It has matte brass pulls. And I really liked these pulls because it's kind of a traditional looking piece with more of a modern edge for the pulls. I just think it's really, really pretty. Oh, Whiteville, we drive right through Whiteville when we go to Indiana. We're saying we actually looked at a home in Whiteville, and yeah, we drive through Whiteville every time we drive north. But this particular chest is 39 inches wide, 18 inches deep, and 34 inches high. Again, a really, really pretty piece. This is a piece that you would buy to last a long time. It is $1,400 and definitely very good quality, beautifully finished, beautifully made. We've had this piece on the show before, and I thought, in contrast to the more traditional, this is a more transitional look. With a beautiful finish as well with those mirrored doors. And this one is a little more of in a value price of $450. This cabinet is 46 wide by 6 deep. That's not right. It's deeper. 8. Should that be 16?
That's 16 deep.
Yeah, 16 deep. That's not 6 inches deep.
No.
16 inches deep by 35 inches high. So again, 46 wide, 16 deep, and 35 high. Again, a great piece, nicely made, with that nice darker, almost, it's kind of a, there's almost a gray undertone to that finish, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, really pretty piece.
That
I
is
like
pretty
the
piece.
pattern of
Mirrors
the
on the
glass.
front. I really like it.
Yes. This little guy is a great accent side table. It has metal. It has glass. It has marble. And it has wood. And yet, it doesn't look like it has an identity crisis. It all works. So, I love that middle tier, that suspended, almost suspended looking shelf with the marble base of the shelf to it. I think it's a really interesting piece. The wood is nicely done for the bottom shelf, and I like how the top shelf is glass, so you can see through to each layer going down. So many display opportunities with this one. And this metal, glass, marble, wood side table is $189. Okay. We have gorgeous soft robes in our shop. And James and I are actually proud owners of said robe.
I love those robes.
And in the wintertime, we wear them almost every day.
Yeah.
Sometimes when it's really humid outside in the summertime and you come in the air conditioning, it's kind of chilly. So
Yeah,
sometimes I'll throw it on.
If you're our neighbors, you've seen me in mine.
Probably.
Sorry.
Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. My beautiful, comfortable robes. But as you know, or might know if you've been in the shop, I have this great little mannequin. And she's always donning a robe and always looks so elegant and pretty, just standing tall over by the throws and the robes. and I have plans for her. But first, she needs a name. I have a name in mind, but I thought, wouldn't it be fun if you guys chimed in with a few name suggestions for our mannequin? I'll be doing different things with her every now and again, and I'll share what those are another time. But right now we're focusing on, what shall we name her?
We do like different robes, maybe a purse at times, some jewelry maybe. What are your thoughts?
I'm not sharing that right now.
Oh, okay, it's a secret. Okay.
I'm not sharing that right now, but there will be different things that she will be a part of. But she definitely needs a name.
She needs a name. So please chime in and give us your best name.
It her. So, or she. So, yes. Please chime in with some names.
Laura says Maddie
the mannequin. Can you please jot some of these names down that are suggestions?
Yes.
Because I'm not only taking suggestions from tonight's show, but I'm also going to post it to try to gather up collect some more ideas on what to name our mannequin beauty that stands so elegantly in the boutique each day. So, yes, I'm excited to name her, and I'm excited that you guys will be a part of that. So, James is jotting down Maddie. Thank you for that suggestion, Laura.
And I got a couple little quick questions.
Yes.
Well, one's quick. George wants to know what the vase is with the red flowers over your left shoulder. So those would be the poppies.
Oh, yes.
Tell us a little bit about that vase.
Sure. This is actually a pot, George. It's a bee. It has a golden bee with embossed botanicals all around it. It's looks concrete with those. It almost looks like the leaves had been pressed into the clay or the concrete to give that look. This is the larger pot, and it is $45. Inside, I have one of our grass, our moss orbs, as well as the red poppies, which James's mom had commented about earlier in the show.
Hey, George says fossils. Yeah, they look like fossilized.
Yeah, they really do, don't they? It looks like a fossilized.
They've been popular.
rock.
People like them.
Yeah, they really do. So that's the large, and actually I have the small one right next to it. This is the small for $35. You can see a little bit of that size comparison, but it has that same beautiful detail all around it. Thank you, George, for inquiring about those.
One other little topic of conversation.
Yes?
Laura says she would like to know how to get over my feelings about changing out larger pieces. When you buy good quality furniture and really like it, you can't figure out how to let it go and purchase new stuff. So George, of course, says buy another house and then just rotate your stock. And Laura's like, you obviously know my husband. So
yeah, sometimes that's not practical. You know, we struggled with this question too, Laura.
Yeah.
And that's a good concern.
Because you can spend a lot of money on a quality piece, and that doesn't mean in 10 years it's like, oh wait, this isn't really in style, or it's not the vibe we have in our new house, or that sort of thing.
Right. So usually what happens is we save up when we make an investment on a piece that is a larger purchase, and it can last us years and years and years, and it can serve us well. And 15, 20 years down the road, it can still be a really good quality piece. But as we grow and evolve as human beings, our tastes and styles do as well. Or when we move from different homes, sometimes what worked and fit in one home doesn't necessarily work and fit in the other. James and I have found that with some of the pieces that we've had. And it is, especially if the piece has sentimental value. If the piece was an heirloom piece, I would say hold on to it. maybe not necessarily in a primary place in your home if it's not really something that fits you anymore. But if it's something that's been passed down from generation to generation to generation, and you really feel like that's a part of you and your heritage, hold on to it. Is your reason for holding on to it because 20 years ago you spent a good chunk of change on it? If that's the point, I say it served you well and you got your money's worth, and it's time to move on and let it be a part of somebody else's home and a part of their story to building their perfect home in their family.
We've given a lot of furniture to friends, to people that work here with us, and that sort of thing. And sometimes that'll help them as they're a younger couple getting started. It's nice for them to have some nicer pieces.
Right.
And we kind of, when we look at furniture too, and we're investing in a piece of furniture, we don't look at it like, okay, this has got to last us the rest of our lives.
No.
We look at it and we say, are we willing to spend this much money on a piece of furniture that we might enjoy for 8 years? And then after 8 years, maybe our styles are different, or we're in a different place and we want to change up some colors. So instead of looking at a piece and saying, is this an investment for a lifetime, shorten that up, and maybe you're not as in love with the piece. If you only say, hey, we're buying this for the next 8 years, then maybe you change your mind about the piece because it's a lot of money to spend on a piece that you might not have that long. Laura says her daughter has a lot of my pass-ons, and and my mom's passed a lot of things to all of her children too. And there's certain pieces that you keep just because they've got sentiment. I've got a chessboard that was handmade by my grandfather and my uncle, and that, I don't know, that I'm going to keep around, and that might not always be my style. So Laura says the only investment she's made for a lifetime is rape.
I like that answer, Laura. But yeah, that's a really good topic to bring up. I'm glad you did.
The other thing is, I've caught our video, we repurposed a table.
Yes.
And now that was a super quality table that's probably getting close to 100 years old. And it's a quality table, and Laura, you said good quality never goes out of style. Well, we felt like the table itself, the quality of the table didn't go out of style, but the color.
The finish did.
Yeah, the finish on it just didn't match anything else in our house, but we loved the piece. So in that, we just refinished it. Right.
And there's some pieces that were of good quality, were really nice pieces, and we just didn't feel it was a good fit for us anymore. So there are pieces, like James said, we passed on to other people, and knowing what makes it easier to let go is knowing that you're providing a good quality piece for someone else. If you're wanting to
recoup, it's never fun to pass down bad quality furniture.
Right. If you're wanting to recoup some of the money that you had invested in it, maybe try reselling it on Marketplace or something like that. If you want to maybe use that little chunk of money that you can get back on it to invest in the next thing that you move on to. So a few tips and suggestions there. But all right, I think, sorry, and I should have changed to this screen during that whole conversation. I apologize for the whole road video going off in the corner.
That's all right. Another name has come in for the mannequin.
Oh, great.
Betsy Barron.
Ooh, Betsy Barron.
Yeah.
And Maddie. All right, so we have two suggestions.
Maddie the mannequin, Betsy Barron.
I like it. I'm liking the suggestions. All right, well, it's the end of the show. So, James, we've had some great conversation tonight. Great topics coming up.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I do too.
I think it's time to do our drawing and see who our $25 gift certificate winner is.
George is hoping he's won. Because he's going to come and buy this.
George has one.
Well, apparently
He wants to win again.
Well, I don't know. There was conversation about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he really likes that pot. He wants to put it by the furniture on the front porch or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, who won?
So, Joy Roberts.
Joy, congratulations, Joy.
Congratulations, Joy. You are our lucky winner of tonight's $25 gift certificate. George, yes, you could have won again tonight, but I didn't want it to sound like you won a couple weeks ago and you can't win again.
He did, didn't he? Yeah.
Yes, so remember that, George. You've got winnings in the drawer.
That's right.
And Joy, you have winnings in the drawer now as well.
Morris says no, he doesn't, as far as I know. Have one of those bowls.
Oh, the bowls. No.
The pot.
No, he doesn't have one of the pots.
Well, that's what he was talking about.
Oh.
He wanted to win so he could buy one of the pots.
Yes. He has winnings in the drawers.
Yes, he does.
Yes. All right. So
everybody's congratulating Joy.
Congratulations, Joy. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, if you like what you saw, hit the like button, subscribe, click the bell so you get notifications of every
and share the show if you don't mind. We'd love to have more people joining us.
That would be great.
We had a nice turnout tonight, though. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night, and we'll see you next week. Thank you so much for watching tonight. Thank you for tuning into our channel. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to click subscribe if you like what you saw, and click your notifications button to make sure you don't miss another episode from us. See you next time.